It's a well-behaved crowd getting quiet like that. I like that. Well, afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today at the state capitol. And before I begin with the official swearing-in ceremonies, I did want to recognize a wonderful person that we're gathered here today to celebrate, Miss Judge, Miss Angela D. Duncan. I certainly want to recognize her loved ones and friends and the many colleagues that she has here to support her today on this special occasion. We're honored to have you at your state capitol. I also want to thank the members of the judiciary that are here with us, the justices of the Supreme Court. See, we have some of our friends from the federal bench as well. Judge, good to see you. The judges from the Court of Appeals that are with us today, and I'm certain there are other members of the judiciary that are here, as well as members of the General Assembly. I hate inviting the members of the General Assembly back before session starts, but I understand today that that is an appropriate measure, and we're looking forward to seeing you all next week. And I certainly want to thank you for your support and your recommendations of Judge Duncan. Now, I know that Judge Duncan is very pleased and honored to have all of you here today to help her celebrate on such a great day. As you all know, these judicial appointments, as I have begun to find out over the last year, are very competitive. They're very tough decisions because of the high caliber of candidates and people that have been nominated and that have put themselves out for these important positions. But to me, Judge Duncan has clearly stood out in her work ethic and her experience, and I know that she has impeccable credentials and, quite honestly, the right expertise to serve the great people of Gwinnett County. She has been dedicated, as you all know, to serving her community for many, many years, which I think is an important quality for someone who is serving on the bench. And as I'm sure most of you are aware, she has honorably served our country in the U.S. Army Reserves from 1987 to 1995. And Judge, I want to personally thank you for your service to our state and to our country. Thank you very much. Because of her service and long-standing commitment to her community and country, she has certainly had an outpouring of support, as I mentioned earlier, in regards to her family, her peers, her neighbors, and members of the community, as you can clearly see by the crowd that is gathered today. And for these reasons and more, I hold the utmost confidence in her ability to serve Georgians and be very successful as a Superior Court judge. Now we will begin today's proceedings with the swearing-in ceremony of Judge Angela D. Duncan as the Superior Court Judge of the Gwinnett Judicial Circuit. This vacancy was created by the passage of House Bill 21 during last year's legislative session. I hope that you all join me in welcoming the Honorable Carla Brown, Gwinnett County State Court Judge, to give a formal introduction of Mrs. Duncan. Judge Brown, good to have you with us.
Good afternoon. Governor Kemp, Angela's father, Bruce Duncan, mother, Janie Thomas, in-laws, Jerry and Cheryl Thurston, wife, Michelle, and sons, Alex and Brody. Honorable Justices of Honorable Justice of the Federal District Court for the Northern District of Georgia, as we like to refer to him, our own Judge Billy Ray. Honorable Justices of our Supreme Court, Judge Boggs, Justice Namias, Justice Ellington, and Justices of our Court of Appeals, Judge McFadden, Doyle, Judge Brown, and Judge Gobill. Members of the House and Senate, fellow judges and former judges of the Gwinnett Judicial Circuit, other members of the bench and fellow members of the bar, and all other esteemed guests that are joining us here today, I am Carla Brown, and it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you my longtime and very close friend and colleague, Judge Angela Denise Duncan, as the next judge of the Gwinnett Superior Court. Judge Duncan grew up in Maryland, just outside of D.C., and she spent her formative years spending time on Capitol Hill, visiting the various memorials. She credits this to the beginning of her love for the law and of the Constitution. She now resides in Lawrenceville with her wife, Michelle, sons Alex and Brody, and their 2 German Shepherd fur kids, Wilson and JJ. Judge Duncan graduated high school at the age of 16 and then entered North Georgia College, obtaining her Bachelor of Science in Criminal Justice in 1991 and her Juris Doctorate in 1996 from Atlanta's John Marshall Law School. While in both college and law school, Judge Duncan was a member of the U.S. Army Reserves and was activated during Desert Shield. In 1997, Judge Duncan began her legal career entering the challenging world of private practice at the law office of Duncan & Duncan alongside her father, Bruce. She later moved her practice to Lawrenceville, where she continued a general practice, including domestic relations, criminal defense, and other matters. In 1999, Judge Duncan was appointed as a judge for the city of Chamblee, and subsequently for the cities of Snellville, Doraville, Norcross, and Suwanee. She has been the chief judge for the city of Chamblee since 2015 and really does consider Chamblee as her family. In 2004, she was appointed as a part-time magistrate court judge for Gwinnett County, serving 12 years on primarily the overnight duty at the jail, issuing warrants. In 2016, she was honored with an appointment as a full-time Gwinnett County magistrate judge. Judge Duncan has presided over numerous civil and criminal trials and shows true compassion to those who come before her. She has a sharp wit, incredible insight, and enjoys finding uniquely appropriate solutions to the cases she encounters. Governor Kemp, it is obvious from all the aforementioned qualifications that Judge Duncan was a solid and strong choice to be Gwinnett County's 11th Superior Court judge. Thank you for your wisdom and for leading Gwinnett County, Georgia into 2020 by having the courage to appoint Gwinnett's first openly gay Superior Court judge. I had the fortune to meet Angela several decades ago when we were walking into GJAC for court. We hit it off instantly, and as C.S. Lewis says, friendship is born at the moment when one person says to another, "What? You too? I thought I was the only one." We later shared office space and have been inseparable since. On a personal note, Judge Duncan is highly mischievous, an exceptional chef, a marathon runner, adores German Shepherds, and yes, you now have 2 judges at GJAC who will be bringing their German Shepherders into the courthouse. And we are both completely and totally obsessed with the world's greatest football team ever, America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. The only thing she loves more is her family. They are her true inspiration, and Judge Duncan credits her wife, Michelle, with keeping her grounded and continuing to grow as a person. Judge Duncan is a member of the 2017 class of Leadership Gwinnett, past president of the Rotary Club of Gwinnett Tomorrow, a volunteer with the STRAP program, as well as the Veterans Resource Center, and a proud member of the Stonewall Bar Association. We are all fortunate to have such a wonderful, warm-hearted, receptive, smart, and devoted person here before us today. It is now my distinct pleasure and privilege to introduce to you Governor Kemp, Angela Denise Duncan, as the next judge of Gwinnett Superior Court.
Thank you, Judge Brown, for that kind and great introduction. Perhaps we can get you and Judge Duncan's thoughts on the new Cowboys coach when we wrap up here today. I'm going to now do the official oath of office. The judge, if you'll raise your right hand, lay your left hand on the Bible, and repeat after me. I, then state your name.
I, Angela Denise Duncan,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I have been a resident of the Gwinnett County Judicial Circuit
that I have been a resident of the Gwinnett County Judicial Circuit
for the time required by law,
for the time required by law,
that I will administer justice
that I will administer justice
without respect of person
without respect to person,
and do equal rights to the poor and rich,
and do equal rights to the poor and rich,
and that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge and perform all the duties incumbent upon me
all the duties incumbent upon me
as judge of the superior courts of this state,
as judge of the superior courts of this state,
according to the best of my ability and understanding,
according to the best of my ability and understanding,
and agreeably to the laws
and agreeably to the laws
and Constitution of this state,
and Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of the United States.
and the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations,
Thank
Judge Duncan. Thank you for your service. I'm going to let you say a few words, and then I'll come back up.
Wow. I'd be a lot more comfortable if we went back to my courtroom, but I don't think everybody could fit. Thank you guys so much for taking your time out to be here. I can't tell you what it means to me to look around and see people that I have known since college and even beyond. It's an incredible comment and really a testimony on how much I mean to people, and I don't think I really believe that about myself, so it's incredible. First of all, I left my note cards in the car. So a friend of mine actually texted me the pictures. I'm not texting while I'm up here, I swear. I would like to thank God, because without his grace and wisdom, I would not be here today. And I have a quote that I would like to share. This is what it means to me to be a judge. Listen with the intent to understand, not with the intent to reply. And that is a quote by Stephen Covey. And that has carried with me since my early days. But the reality is today's not about me. Today is actually about all of you and what you've given me in my life. And I'm gonna cry. Mom and Dad, it is because what you have given me all my life, the support, the love, yes, the discipline, I can admit it now at 50, what you guys have done for me, you've stuck by me through all my trials and tribulations, put up with my crazy antics, sent me to the Army to straighten me out. I can't thank you enough. Michelle, Brody, and Alex. Your patience, love, and support, and what you have sacrificed over the last 12 or more years. My overnights at the jail, my working 24 hours or more on a shift. I missed countless ball games. Only one teacher conference, though. And no matter what, you were always home to greet me when I got there and to wrap your arms around me or make me mad, whichever was appropriate. And I thank you for that. Jerry and Cheryl, you guys are the best in-laws anybody could ever ask for. You've accepted me as your own, and you welcomed me with open arms many, many years ago and never looked back. To the Gwinnett County bench, the incredible part about today for me is that people like Judge Connor, Judge Jackson, Warren Davis, Billy Ray, you all taught me how to be a lawyer. And you taught me how to be a good lawyer, usually by negative consequences, but you still taught me how to be the best I could be. And without you guys and without your inspiration and leadership, I wouldn't be here today. The miracle for me is You were all my heroes, and now I get to walk beside you. Not many people can say that. To my family of choice, and you guys know who you are, I cannot tell over the years, Kevin, Mairead, June, all of you, Moni and Mike, Bedri, every day when I wake up, no matter what happens, I know that you are there and I can reach out to all of you. You've been incredible. My family of choice, you are the reason for my connection with God, and you give me the confidence and the courage to believe in myself. Governor Kemp, thank you for your trust and faith. This position is not one that I take lightly. Thank you for being such a trailblazer. You do what you think is right for Georgia and for the county, regardless of anyone else's thoughts. And it takes a strong man and courage to do that. And I will endeavor to follow that example, and I really appreciate it, sir. When the announcement first came out in November, openly gay judge appointed, LGBTQ, I was a little shocked. Not that I was gay, but that it was out there. And somebody very close to me looked at me and said, why? Why? What does that have to do with your qualifications? And the reality is, it doesn't. However, it's extremely important that other people have an example to follow. I had examples like that. Ellen DeGeneres had the courage to come out. I have been open in Gwinnett County, sometimes unbeknownst to myself, for my entire practice there. And it is a stronghold Republican Party, and I am proud to be a part of that community. And I have been accepted with open arms. So why does it matter? It matters because there might be people similarly situated that don't have the courage or think that, hey, maybe I can't. And so if I have an opportunity to be the example, then that is, I am honored to have that opportunity, and I am glad to be able to do that. So, for those of you who have aspirations, goals, or a bucket list, I give you this quote. Do not wait. The time will never be right. Start where you stand and work with the tools that you have. You will pick up more tools along the way. And that quote is from Napoleon Hill. I have one last thing. I would like to dedicate this day to Judge Emily Powell and to Judge Mike Clark, because without you guys, I wouldn't be up here. Thank you.
Congratulations, Judge Duncan. I want to remind you we're fixing to take some pictures, so we got no more crying, okay? I would also let you know that if my wife was here, she would let you know that I have missed more than one parent-teacher conference. But I have a little something that I want to give you. I'm going to let you hold that so everybody can see it. But it's my honor to present you this gavel plaque to Judge Duncan in honor of her appointment. This presentation of this plaque continues a great tradition that was started by Governor Deal. These plaques are carefully crafted by our current inmates in the correctional system. And when Governor Deal would present them to new judges, he would ask them to display them in a prominent place so that you would be reminded of the remarkable talents held by those currently serving time for violation of our laws. And by giving you this plaque today, I ask that you would take it as a remembrance when you go to the bench. And again, I want to congratulate you, your family, your friends, and all those that have advocated and supported your nomination and your career in Gwinnett County and in our state. And with that, let's congratulate Judge Duncan once again, and we'll take some pictures. Congratulations. You did a great job. Here you go. I'm just glad y'all didn't get